Good morning, Centennial Rotary Club. How's everybody today? All right. Go Broncos, right? Cheryl, I believe you have our inspiration this morning.
I do. And
where are you hiding?
I'm hiding right here behind Tom.
Oh, okay.
Where I intend to stay. All right. So I read a quote online last night that reminded me of us. So I decided to read it. It says, I've learned over time that whenever I make a decision based on kindness, I usually make the right decision.
Very nice. Thank you. All right, Jeannie, are you going to lead us in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and John Peterson stepped up. He's going to give us a Rotary Minute today.
It's hard to step up when you're this short.
I wasn't going to make any short jokes, John.
No problem. Okay. Well, in consideration to the fact that this is the all-ladies week from the assignments, I am going to get in spirit and do my Rotary Minute. Hold on. Okay.
Didn't I see you Saturday night?
I think you may have, yeah. So last Saturday I attended a Rotary Institute. Hi, everybody. And in there they showed, I did the course number 2, and you learned a lot of things about what Rotary has to offer, or as they put it, Rotary is the best kept secret in the United States, and it probably is. So one thing that I found out that I never knew about before was something called Rotary Fellowships. How many people in here know about Rotary Fellowships? Okay, so not that many. And what it is, it's a group of different categories where you can sign up and be a part of this group of people from all over the world, literally, that have the same interests as you do. So it might be RVing, it might be fishing, it might be dentistry, all kinds of things. But this is the kind of thing that if you got a passion for whatever, then you can get involved with these people and enjoy Rotary. One of the big ones that they say is the home exchange program, where you go and live in somebody else's home and they come here and live in your home. So it's really pretty cool. And the best way to find this, and this is another thing I learned on the weekend, is if you want to find anything on the RI website, don't go on the website and try to find it. Google it. So if you Google Rotary Fellowship, you'll get right into this. Okay?
Thank you, John.
That's my minute.
Quite becoming. We don't have a business minute today. I want to thank Ann for being here bright and early this morning to get things set up. It was great.
If you had given me the Pledge of Allegiance, I could have slept it.
Okay. And Karen, you were the greeter this morning, I believe? Karen Fleck. All right. And thanks, Cheryl, for that great inspiration. And Jeannie, never seen the pledge done better. All right, we don't have any visiting Rotarians, but our exchange student, Raphael, he must be getting food, right?
Yes.
All right. So Raphael is visiting us, and I'd also like to say hello to our guest, our student of the month, Connor Peterson. And let me see, are you his mother? Okay, good. We'll get you introduced later, and we'll get you before it goes much further into the meeting here so that we can take care of you. You can leave when you need to. All right. With that, before we get into any club business, we got to take First off, Tom Gross, would you come up here with your, who was your sponsor? Was that Samantha? Yeah. Come on up. Now you have to bear with me because I had to find this on the fly today. All right. You are? Well, this is the club you want to come to, I'll tell you that, for sure. Yeah. Well, just remember, if it comes out of his mouth, you can just kind of let it go away, all right? All right. Welcome, welcome. I didn't even see you sneak in. Perfect. Yep. All right. Now, the reason we had to get that induction done is because we have to have a Rotary member that's going to introduce our Student of the Month, and Tom Gross is that Rotary member. So, Tom, would you like to come up here and introduce the Student of the Month?
Are you efficient or what? Okay. So yeah, it's my pleasure to welcome Connor here this morning as our Student of the Month. Rotary Club puts a big emphasis on honoring students and education, and we're proud to have you here. Carmen is here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just hold it closer.
And Carmen is here with Connor, and Connor's mother, Karen, is here with us as well. So welcome, Carmen.
Good morning, everyone. I think as I mentioned last month, this year I tried to really open the pool up instead of just always nominating my own students in my alpha, asking my coworkers for nominations for Student of the Month. So Connor, one of my coworkers, Kelly Talon, she couldn't be here this morning, is actually Connor's counselor, but right away she was just like, oh my gosh, Connor would be great for it. So when I got all this information, they do these biographies, so we can, so their counselors can write letters of recommendations for them for college. So when I pulled up his biography and read it, I mean, it is outstanding. I mean, he is a great young man just from not only his academics. He hopes to one day be a pilot. He's applied to 2 of the service academies, Air Force Academy, also the Naval Academy. He's already gotten into the School of Mines. so not only is that impressive, but just his volunteering that he does. He's done everything from, I don't know, I can let you say all this. It's a long list, but he's just done a ton of volunteering in the community for those in need, which I thought was great, which, sometimes a lot of our young adults don't do and get involved in the communities and give back. And that's one thing that really impressed me about Connor. Not only is he very studious, but definitely has that spirit of giving back and wanting to help. So, so Connor Peterson, congratulations.
Hang on 1 second, Connor. We're going to present the plaque to you first.
All right.
Yeah.
Connor, on behalf of the Centennial Rotary Club, here's your plaque. Thank you for being with us today, and thank you for being a wonderful student.
Okay, put some pictures with him. Especially for his mom. Come on. All right. Beautiful. All right. Yes, please.
I just wanted to say thank you for having me here today. It feels good to be recognized for all my hard work, and this will absolutely help me achieve my dream. It's just one more thing to put on my application to the service academies, which I can't remember the first time I thought about going there. It's just been a part of my life since I can remember. Thank you for recognizing me.
It sounds like you deserve it. Connor, have you started flying yet? Have you done any flying?
Yeah, so out of Centennial Airport, I go through Aspen Flying Club.
Nice.
Small airport.
Yep. All right. Beautiful. Actually, we need to get you in contact with Kevin Hoke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's well connected. Yeah. All right.
They're not here yet.
Any other questions for Connor?
Yeah. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. Yeah, Connor, I read over your resume, and you've got an awful lot going for you, buddy. So, okay, well, with that, we will go ahead and did Raphael come in yet? He hasn't, huh? Oh, there he is. There he is. Raphael, stand up, say hello. You can sit down now. All right. Ken Hope, would you like to talk to us a little bit about some Christmas trees? Yeah. Sit down.
We're having our Christmas tree giveaway committee today at 8:30. Just a note, our co-chair, Mary Alice, has takedown, so to make sure she comes to our meeting, we need to pitch in and help her do the takedown. All right. Anyway, we are having a meeting today. I didn't have my notes here. We are scheduled for the. Hold on a second here. You caught me off guard. We're scheduled for the putting together the ornaments and lights at the library on Saturday, December 8th. And we'll be doing the actual distribution of our trees on December 9th. This year we're going to do everything, thanks to Jessica, at the Arapahoe County Library main facility on East Adams Aircraft Drive. So future announcement will be made to put together the packages for our recipients the following day. So far, our goal was to have 102 trees donated. 100. We got 102. Highlands Nursery 20, O'Toole's 10, Home Depot 50, Lowe's 7, and Wilmore 15. So we're working with CASA. We're working with Integrated Family Community Services to provide us with the families in need, and we'll be working the next month or so. We're going to, similar to last year, we're going to, where's Mr. Gale? I guess he's out. We'll be gathering, picking up the trees. We're going to have another storage unit at the parking lot of the library facility. I'll be working with Jose on that. And so we're gearing up for our second event, and we're going to need everybody to pitch in like we did last year. I haven't checked the Farmer's Almanac forecast, but I think it's going to be about 75 degrees on that particular Saturday, just like last year. So we're hoping for great weather and great participation.
This is the Rotary Club, not the Optimist Club, okay?
Yeah. Well, we're optimistic by nature, some of us. So anyway, that's a wrap up. So we're having a meeting today, and anybody, the new members who are not on the committee, you're welcome to join us today and pitch in. We need all the help we can get. Thanks.
Thanks, Ken. Mary Alice, would you like to speak about prime timers? Or a designee?
Oh, yes. Good morning. Once again, I'm not Mary Alice, but I will attempt to be as great as she is. The prime timers, next week we, thanks again to Roxy, are taking a tour of Centennial Airport. We have 12 right now. We can take 14. So if you're interested in touring Centennial Airport, let me know by the end of this meeting or after this meeting. And secondly, in November we're going to Lone Tree Arts Center to after midnight, and it's big band swing. If you're interested in coming, it's $19 each, and I can give you the details, but let me know because I have to have the money in by a week from Friday. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl. Mr. Buck, would you please stand up and speak?
Yes. Woof. Oh, that wasn't it. Okay. We've got a additional food drive. It's going to be on November 17. It's kind of a special one. Many of you know Mike Oldham used to be district governor, and he has challenged the clubs in our general area to have a food drive to benefit the American Indian Center. So I'm going to head that up a little bit with some help from Samantha. She's my advisor. But we're sending sheets around. It's a little early, but I thought you could maybe be checking off the date that it's a Saturday morning, and we'll have it in 3 blocks, 9 a.m. to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, and then we'll deliver them right to the center. If you have any questions at all, give me a holler. And we're sending sheets around each table to sign if you'd like to sign up now. But at least hold that date. And we're going to need some help because we don't want to look bad against the other 9 clubs that have already done it. So we need to do a pretty good job on it. So let me know if you have any questions.
Thanks, Tom. Ann, would you like to talk about the bulletin? The bulletin?
The bulletin.
Isn't that what...
Use your microphone.
This thing.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Every Saturday or so, I thought, oh, good grief.
looking forward to introducing Jessica in a little while. This is going to be fun. And welcome to our guest and to Tom. I'll be talking to you about conservation policy. Welcome.
What the princess said. And I want to congratulate Tom for joining our club. Looking forward to getting to know you. And one for our guests. Thank you for joining us. And nice to see you.
What she said, and want to mimic what Andres said. Go Brewers, go Astros. There's what she said, and there's 7 more there.
Calling though, and I went to Colorado State's football game, and miraculously they won. In the last second of the game, they kicked a field goal to win it. So that was pretty exciting. And then I got to spend some time this weekend with my daughter and go see the movie A Star Is Born with Lady Gaga, who's one of my daughter and I are real Lady Gaga fans. So I recommend the movie.
What she said.
Where they tend to be most comfortable with their girlfriends, having fun in a relaxed environment where awkward questions about early breast cancer detection and how to do self-breast exams are embraced, encouraged, and celebrated. By including a breast cancer survivor and a healthcare provider in the fun, these tough but need-to-know topics are tackled in a manner that exudes comfort, connection, and conversation. Jessica is Director of Marketing and Human Relations at Arapahoe Libraries. They serve more than 250,000 patrons, and it includes 8 community libraries. In her role, she oversees the organizational strategy for external and internal marketing and communications, community partnerships, patron-focused events programs, as well as the Human Resource Department. She has a Bachelor of Arts degree in journalism from Ohio State with an emphasis in public relations and a Master of Science degree in organizational leadership from Regis University. We have a past president that went to Ohio State. Some of you people remember that? Yeah. Yeah.
And this desire to talk about the uncomfortable, okay? And so you can probably guess that if you, one of the slides I'm sure has the logo for Night Out with the Girls. We'll get there eventually. If not, you can look on your table and you will see it takes them a minute, and they'll say, is that what I think that is? And yes, it is. What you're thinking. Talking about early breast cancer detection. Beyond really October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I love it when people are asking about my logo. So today we are going to talk a little bit about early breast cancer detection, Night Out with the Girls. And guys, a majority of, I think there are more men in here this morning than women. Is that true? Okay. So men, do not tune out. I see some of you making your list for later on. Do not do it because this impacts you as well. How many of you have wives? How many of you have daughters, nieces, sisters? So, in what? I'm sorry. I thought somebody asked a question. So I'm gonna share with you a little bit about my story. In a couple of years, think of where your life will be, and this will be used for good somehow. And through that trauma and that experience, the hopelessness, the confusion, the agony, I honestly had no idea how in the world anything so tragic could ever turn out good, how my life could ever turn out good. And then I'm now standing here talking about this really exciting organization. So I think that's a great example of how good can come through hard, hard times.
Figure out the slide thing. What slide do you want to be on?
Let's go to my story. Yay. Okay. Yes. Okay, back? Yes. I'm getting dizzy. I have to look at you all. That's going to make me sick, and that's not going to be good. Okay, so I'd like to, first of all, just talk a little bit about true confessions. You can click to the next slide, John. I really appreciate it. I never did self-breast exams. Ever. I never paid attention to that part of my body, ever. I didn't do them for a variety of reasons. One, I had no breast cancer history in my You're familiar with that, with NBC, Denver. And I thought, maybe I've had to take just about everything else into my own hands after Tyler's death. Maybe I should actually do a self-breast exam. And within about 3 seconds of having no idea what I was doing, I found a lump. And within a week, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. This was 6 months after Tyler. I kind of walked through that journey with my friends and my family. I was a little embarrassed because they'd say, well, how did you know? And I told them, I said, I did a self-breast exam. And they're asking me all these questions. And they're telling me that they're not. statistics. Think about it in terms of your cul-de-sac, your Bible study group, your girls group, your wives, your daughters-in-law, your grandchildren, your nieces, your sisters. Now I want you to take a moment and just think about it in terms of the tables in this room. It's a pretty big darn deal here. It is a big darn deal that we all need to be mindful of. I don't want to leave the men out either, because this is really important. Not only does breast cancer impact you as often a caregiver or a provider, but the American Cancer Society says about 2,550 new cases of invasive breast cancer will be diagnosed among men in 2018. Okay? Female, that number is 266,000. The estimated deaths for female is 40,000, about 41,000, and male, 480. Again, this is a big deal, and this is something that we need to talk about. And that is the biggest takeaway that I have for all of you today. Whenever I have the opportunity to talk about my cancer experience, to talk about Night Out with the Girls, my ultimate goal, yes, I'd love you to participate in Night Out with the Girls. Guys, you can't actually participate in it, sorry, but women can. I would love you to follow me on the social media and look at my website, but at the end of the day, my goal here is not really measurable. My goal is that at least one of you walks out of this room today thinking differently about early breast cancer detection, and even better, putting action behind what you're thinking. That is day. And the next day, I got a text from one of my dear friends. She's 46 and she's never had a mammogram. Her first mammogram is tomorrow. She thought differently about her health and took a step, took action. And to me, you know, as an entrepreneur, as a single income provider that I am right now, I don't know, sometimes I think I've lost my brain in doing something like this. But I will tell you, when I get a text like that, it makes it 100% worth it. So here's what I would love for you all to do. Again, think differently about early breast cancer detection. Men and women, I have left some little tools for you. Guys, I try never to leave you out. So you have your own little cards about Night Out with the Girls on the table. They're white, and they kind of outline what you can do to be super supporters. Completely intended, by the way. Women, there are cards for you that you can take that are geared toward you and next steps that you can take as far as early breast cancer detection. Most importantly, ladies, I have they're like little business cards on the table, and they're called Making It Happen cards, right? Because I don't know about you, is anybody in the room a list person? Like, I have like notebooks of lists, right? So if I was sitting there, I would make a list, like add self-breast exam to the list. And it probably would get buried, right, as the day goes on, as the week goes on, as the month goes on. I am encouraging you right now just to commit to making it happen within the next few days. And so you ladies, you can complete that card. I'll tell you, I forgot my Sharpie markers, so sometimes they're hard to write on, but I can find you if you even just put your first name, and that allows you to let me know if you would like kind of reminders and information about Night Out with the Girls, or if you want to participate in an event. And in Rotary style, I even brought Night Out with the Girls coasters, because believe it or not, they're super fun, and I didn't think about that this morning. So I'm just trying to continue with the trend of the coasters, and I just encourage owned by a board necessarily. But with that being said, I will always have a charitable arm of my organization that goes back to a cancer fighting nonprofit. But still, even as a business owner, right, I have to have focus on where I'm spending my money and time. And what my first iteration is truly just creating the conversation and sprinkling in the education. But I'm such a thinker, and I have such a visions for bringing women together, even nationally, where we're talking about not only just self-breast exams and mammograms, but some of the other things that we can do to truly prevent breast cancer, whether it's our diet, whether it's sleep, whether it's meditation, you name it. So, but my first iteration is to get people together and get them talking.
You opened by talking about your life having its ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the fact that you were going through mourning contributed to this? Because that makes sense.
Absolutely, I do. And in fact, so my husband committed suicide unexpectedly, no signs. One day I came home from work and he never came home from work. That's what happened. And he, in that process, was missing for about 24 hours. That's an experience that people say to me, I can't comprehend, nor should you. That is something you're not designed to comprehend, the trauma and the loss. Again, that's a whole other topic. I always say just be aware and listen to people when you ask them how they're doing. Really pay attention. He was corporate MBA, worked in the tech center. You would have never known. So to your question, do I think that there is a correlation in my heart and my human soul? Yeah, I do. Does my oncologist believe that there's research, or can she state research that supports that? No, not necessarily. And that's okay. But I think anytime you have prolonged, intense stress, your body's going to react in different ways, right? No matter what. So I think maybe that could have been a possibility, but there's no research to necessarily show that.
Any other questions? Jessica, we want to thank you for What a wonderful job.
Thank you. I appreciate
Come on,
that.
we've got a job for you again, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But also, did you know that we support a small library
I love it.
in North Denver?
It's a win-win-win.
Yeah, and when we give them a book, we put a book plate in each one.
I love
this
it.
will be done in your honor.
I love it. Marrying all the worlds.
All right, we've got a job for you. Make somebody really happy.
Thank you. And thank you again for your patience. Okay. Okay. Numbers ending in 1916. So 6901916. Tim. Oh, that's almost funny.
Oh, yeah, 916. There it is. All right.
I'm going to challenge that.
Good luck. All right, I know that there's a blue marble in there somewhere. No, not that one.
Oh.
No, not that one either. All right. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Here, let's make sure you don't. There you go. Oh, your lunch money.
Oh.
Yeah. That's for you.
For what?
Oh, that's my lunch money. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You want to go to lunch? No. All right.
That was most wild. Sorry.
I need to get back here. Yep, there we go. All right. Let me find my papers so we don't make the closing a train wreck. Okay. Please stand for the four-way test. For all the things we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you. Have a great day, everybody.